Welcome to TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places. I'm excited to bring this episode to you this week because we're headed to Montana and I'm meeting up with my cousin Brad, who about once a year I get to see him and we get to hang out in the mountains of Montana, and what a time we had this year. Back at the Stuckey Ranch after big bugling bulls. So stay with Friends in Wild Places for that story coming up next.
Walking on the wild side, wide open every time, letting it fly. You can find me high on the mountaintop, floating down a river rock, living for the ride. If you really want room to run, I'll show you where to get it done. Step off the back porch, jump across the fence, don't let the barbed wire catch you in the pants. I'll be waiting in the bottom by the TomBob Creek. Come on, take a walk on the wild side with me.
2 years ago, Bradley and I ran around the Stuckey Ranch chasing bulls for a week and just had some great footage and thousands of bugles and just chase a bull and just go after another bull. We just had such a great time that week. We were hoping for the same thing this year. Well, we got there, and the bulls weren't as hot as they were the 2 years prior to that, but boy, were they callable. The very first night Bradley and I are out there, we had an encounter with a great bull.
What's up, guys? Trying to kill an elk today.
Thought you'd lather up in some grease.
Jeez. I'm not gonna be able to wear these clothes.
As with any great adventure, preparation is key. Our posse arrives in the wonderful state of Montana ready to go, but takes a little bit of time to make sure everything is right before they go out into the elk woods on their hunt.
TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places. It's September 22nd, and my cameraman Bradley Gankowski and I just made it to Montana. So we hopped up to one of our favorite little spots to listen, and we're kind of on this ridge that falls off and goes up into a park this way. There's a sage mountain over this way. We can glass for miles in all directions. This is a great place to spot, to listen, and to hopefully find some elk and to get after some elk this evening. So we got pretty good weather this week. It's gonna be cooler, in the 50s for highs and in the 30s for lows, and hopefully that gets the elk up and on their feet this week. So stay with Friends in Wild Places from West Central Montana. We're after Big Sky, Montana bugling bulls.
Everything's set up, and our posse is in the woods, glassing and calling for elk. Be sure to stay tuned. The adventure picks up quickly right here on Friends in Wild Places. Introducing the most unique fishing lure on the market today, the TomBob lure with scent fusion. What is scent fusion? Well, it's a proprietary process in which we infuse every microscopic pore of the lure with a fish attractant that makes it smell and taste just like live bait. This lure stinks. What does it look like? Success. You need this in your tackle box. Time after time, Cast after cast, TomBob Outdoors. Check us out on the web at tomboboutdoors.com.
Welcome to Friends in Wild Places.
The Keystone Elk Country Alliance, combining an entertaining and educational experience with family fun. The leader in conservation education, improving habitat projects for elk and other wildlife in Pennsylvania's elk country. In the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, the Keystone Elk Country Alliance, located at the Elk Country Visitor Center. To learn more, visit experienceelkcountry.com.
Welcome back to TomBob Outdoors Friends in Wild Places. Our posse is in West Central Montana on day one of an exciting elk hunt, hot on the heels of a bull elk.
Okay, first night in Montana was an eventful one. We were real close to a couple of different bulls, but we called a nice 6-point bull. Go ahead. Sorry, I'll go over there. opportunity, and we still have 6 more full days to hunt. We've got bulls bugling behind us. They're here. We're not going to overpressure them. We're going to get out of here, let them go for the night, and get back in here tomorrow. See if we can't rouse something up. They're bugling behind us, so we're excited for tomorrow morning. Stay with TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places. We'll be back.
From medical industry projects to the home project, powdered metal affects literally every area of your life. It also affects the adrenaline projects. We supply the component part. You bring it to life. Continuous metal technology.
Looking for a great getaway spot to disconnect from this? Filled with adventure and thrills everywhere you look. Not to mention some of the most breathtaking scenery in our nation. Come relax and unwind with us at the Lakeview Store Cabins and RV Camping, located across from the Cinnamahonning State Park, smack dab in the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, where you can stargaze here, kayak down there, visit the pristine state parks over there, jump on a horse and wagon ride in elk country, wet a line right here, and see all kinds of wildlife in between. Or just kick back and read a book fireside. It's all right here. Handy to Lakeview Store, Cabin Rentals, and RV Camping. And don't forget to pick up your TomBob Outdoors and Kika Partners and Conservation logo wear while you're in our area. Give us a call at 814-647-8657 and be sure to like us on Facebook.
When it's time to perform, don't waste your opportunity. We are the science of performance. You won't truly understand ammo until you start making your own. Go. Ballistic Products, the science of performance.
Well, very first night, so close. That bull was 35 yards, and it was our first night there. I'm at full draw. He steps in the opening. Everything was right, but he didn't stop. He continued through that opening, and for whatever reason, I didn't stop him. So no shot available. He meanders around, hangs around there for a little while, but goes away. So real close call. Over the shoulder filming cameraman just wasn't able to pull it off.
Well, day 2 in Montana was, not quite what day 1 was, that's for sure. We struggled to find elk. We were into them a little bit this morning, heard a couple bugles, chased one bull around a little bit, but no luck, and pretty dead here this evening. So it's supposed to be colder this evening. We'll get back in here tomorrow morning. Hopefully we can hear a bull and get after him, but we're having a great time out here. Weather's perfect. It's nice and cool this year. We've been in the 30s and 40s in the mornings, and it hasn't broke 60, I don't think. It hasn't yet, and isn't going to all week. So we're hoping this little bit cooler temperatures tomorrow we'll get the elk on their feet, get them vocal, get them bugling, and we can have some action. But what a beautiful night in Montana. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The wind died down. It was windy all day long. It died down right before dark. But they're just not talking this evening. So stay with Friends in Wild Places from Central Montana. We'll be back.
As fate would have it, Tom was correct. Our posse hits the elk woods early the next morning, glassing and calling for elk. After a few looks and a few calls, they spot the elk they're after, and the chase is on. Introducing the most unique fishing lure on the market today, the TomBob lure with Scent Fusion. What is Scent Fusion? Well, it's a proprietary process in which we infuse every microscopic pore of the lure with a fish attractant that makes it smell and taste just like live bait. This lure stinks. What does it look like? Success. You need this in your tackle box. Time after time, cast after cast. TomBob Outdoors. Check us out on the web at tomboboutdoors.com.
Welcome to Friends and Wild Places.
The Keystone Elk Country Alliance, combining an entertaining and educational experience with family fun. The leader in conservation education, improving habitat projects for elk and other wildlife in Pennsylvania's elk country. In the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, the Keystone Elk Country Alliance, located at the Elk Country Visitor Center. To learn more, visit experienceelkcountry.com.
He stepped out right here, and I didn't have a shot at him at 20 yards. Going back about 10 more yards, I got a shot at about 30. It looked good, but I don't know. From where I was, he was standing right about here. Right here. I had to shoot through this right here. When he went that way. That looks pretty good. Blood from tip to tip. Looks like good lung blood, so we're gonna give him a few minutes here. This is about my 10th trip to Montana. I am so stoked, I can't even tell you. I just hit, he looked like a big bull. I was trying not to look at his antlers, but he was high, I know that. But this elk is definitely gonna expire. We're just gonna give him some time. I got a pass through, so we should have a blood trail. Stay with Friends in Wild Places from Montana. Yeah, baby! On the tree. At some point you turn. That's good blood, though. Big bull down, baby. Alright, welcome to Friends in Wild Places. This is a long time coming for me. About my 10th trip to Montana, I finally scored on a bull. What a morning. We chased this bull. We chased him for probably 2 miles and got in close, and Kyle called him in. And man, God is good. What a week. And what a beautiful place, and get to share it with Bradley Gankowski, my cousin. He was nice enough to come out and run the camera for me all week long. And Dan and Nate Brennan come out with us, and I can't be happy enough. What an experience! What an experience! And what do you think, bud?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Man alive, pretty awesome.
Especially after a close call earlier.
Yeah. First night we had a close call on a big 6-point bull, and just didn't happen. But we made this one count. He came into about 20 yards, but wouldn't step out from behind a tree, and he caught either me or Brad. My leg was shaking. He might have caught me. But he scooted back about 10 more yards. I put the 30-yard pin on and let it rip. And he double-lunged him. So, just a great day.
I'd be remiss if I didn't talk for a second about my good friend Cal Stuckey, who he and I 15 years ago used to run around these same mountains and chase elk, and he guided me many times. I ran around with the video camera with clients of his and filmed back quite some time ago. And we still hunt Cal's ranch, but Cal's not able to get out with us anymore because of the accident he was involved in, and he's missed out there. I know when Dan and I are talking about how we want to plan or attack for the next day, we always ask ourselves, what would Cal do? And Cal was that big of influence on our elk hunting and how we became elk hunters. So, Cal, this video's for you, and I know you weren't there with us, but you were there with us. So this one's for you, buddy. I'd also like to take a second to thank Earl and Glenna Stuckey for allowing us to come out every September. They manage their ranch properly, and there's always lots of elk, and we go the low pressure, just like you'll see in this hunt. Just follow these elk, slide in, and try to call them in, and there's no better place to do it. And we really thank Earl and Glenna for allowing us to come out here every September. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for tuning in this week to Friends in Wild Places. Catch us next week as we're on another adventure somewhere. TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places.
From medical industry projects to the home project, powder metal affects literally every area of your life. It also affects the adrenaline projects. We supply the component part. You bring it to life. Continuous metal technology.
Oh, the people at Continuous Metal Technology.
Yo, working with the folks at Ballistic Products.
They do all kinds of checks to make sure ITX is the best product.
And then they rely on us to do the final check.
Images like these can make us feel powerless, but know there are people making a difference. Your gift of money and prayers are what they need to make a big impact on the lives of others. We provide to existing missions already established to feed, clothe, teach, and love the poorest of the poor and marginalized. Give to Cross Catholic now by calling or visit us on the web. God bless.
Visit shop.tomboboutdoors.com for the best deals on all of your favorite TomBob Outdoors products. Check out everything from the TomBob lure with scent fusion technology to CTX and ITX projectiles, TomBob and CMT logo wear, and even the TomBob earrings. All this at one convenient location, shop.tomboboutdoors.com. And don't forget to watch Friends in Wild Places Adventure Series on your favorite cable network.